Well, welcome back. 2008 Pontiac G6 needs driver's side inner tie rod end. It's damaged. Don't know how, but it's damaged, and it needs boots on both ends of the steering rack. So Dustin here is going to learn a little bit, and he's going to get to do the work, and I'm going to watch. And we'll go through and we'll switch the tie rod end in this and put new boots on the steering rack because they're destroyed. So what we found was this outer is bad, actually. And the inner, it's hard to see it, but when I was looking in through the wheel, this inner's bent. And you can see the boot way back in here. If you can see that. I don't know if you can see it, but it's all twisted up and messed up. So we're going to do both the inner. We're going to have to get an outer because we don't have one. We're going to do the inner here because it's bent. And this is bad. And when we get this apart, I'll be able to show it to you and you'll be able to see. You'll be able to hear how bad it is. So that's 18 millimeter. We're just going to zip that off. There you go. Oh, look at that, pop right out. That's a gimme. That's a gimme there. You're lucky. You usually have to hit this to get these loose, but that's loose. We're going to stick it back in there temporarily. Pull that out towards you. Just pull it towards you. No, pull it. Yeah, there you go. And we're going to break this loose. In this case, it's 21 millimeter. We got to get that off of there. I don't usually mess with them. Where we live, corrosion is your #1 enemy. So we're going to hit this with a torch real quick. And this nut back in here, and we're going to loosen it. Just torch it, get it to loosen up, and then we'll break it loose. Put it right down there on this one. Yep. Just go around the bottom side and reach underneath and do the same thing. Okay, should be enough. Go ahead, stick your wrench on there. Hold the one. Yes. Go ahead. Pull up on that. Yeah, not so easy, is it? Slipped off. It slipped off. Hang on.
No, I got it.
Oh, did you? Yep. Working loose? Good. I thought it slipped off. So we got that loose. Don't burn yourself. So now we'll just break this loose again. Pop that out of there. And we'll count the number of revolutions and just unwind that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Keep going.
11.
11 and a half, 11 and a quarter, something like that. Okay.
Spit.
Yeah, so this, let me back you up a little bit here. Where are we? You probably won't be able to hit this, but what we're doing is kind of holding this tight and pushing this in and out. And I can feel it moving in and out. You probably can't hear it, but I can feel it actually moving in and out of the joint. It's bad. They shouldn't have any play in them, any movement like that. Hopefully you can see how twisted up that boot is and how messed up it is. We're going to actually undo that and take that boot off. Probably block, you probably won't be able to see that, but we'll show it to you once it's off. Let's see. It's in here like this.
Yeah,
there it is.
perfect.
Pull that boot, see if it'll come to you at all. And we'll just do it the easy way. Cut it.
There we go.
Get it? You got it?
I got it.
So hopefully you can see this. I don't know if you'll be able to, but right there around 1 o'clock, you can see the metal piece sticking up. That's the actual band clamp. We have to undo that. So I can't really get a pair of cutters on it. So what I normally do is stick a screwdriver into that loop and twist the screwdriver to break it open. And we're going to try to do that, and I'll show it to you once it's out. There you go. So you can see it, boot's torn, and there's that clamp. So that's what that clamp looks like. Little metal band. Yeah, boots torn up. So we're gonna replace this inner because it's actually bent. I don't feel any play in it, but it's bent. So let's get a tool. I'll show you how we get that out of there. I'm gonna slide this in here. Turn it by hand, turn it. Just turn the extension like you're gonna loosen it. It'll lock on it.
Yep.
And then use your bar. Back you up here. Oh, wrong way. Alright, go ahead. Oh, there it went. I think it went. Yep, it's loose. Grab that. There you go. And there it is. Doesn't feel too bad. It feels a little rough. It does actually feel a little rough. Feel it. You'll feel it. Feel the roughness? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That shouldn't be there. All right, we'll put the new one on. 74 foot-pounds is the spec for this one, so we'll get it on there and then we'll tighten it up as much as you can. That's it. It's not going to go any further. Tool back together. Get 74 foot-pounds for you here.
Got to take the nut off.
Yep, got to take the nut off. Leave it. Yep, don't lose it. Tighten it this time, don't loosen it. No, you gotta use this. Got it tight? Okay. Go ahead, put it on there. Get yourself out of your way. This is ratcheting. So ratchet it, yeah. So you want to just hold this, hold that here, just hold it lightly, and that'll click when it's got the right torque on it. There, go again, make sure. That's it. 74 foot-pounds. Pull your tool off. Can't get it loose, can you?
I got, yeah.
See if that's enough or not. There you go. All right, that's it. Here's the new boot. It's got a crossover thing. It's got an adapter here for the crossover boot, crossover pipe that goes between the sides. So you want that facing up when you put it in. We're going to slide that back on. Get it up around the housing to the rack. Slide in and see. I know you can't see any of this because you got to be right where we need to be. We've got that in there now. It's a real pain because the boots for this are very pliable. They're really soft. They're softer than what I'd normally be used to, and they're just hard to work onto the rack. I had to get in there with a long handle pick to get it on there. But we got it on there. Got the clamp on the inside, got the clamp on the outside. We're going to put the nut back on there. Let me get the flashlight out of here. All right, so we're going to spin that back on and we'll put our outer back on. We need to replace the outer, but we don't have one here. So we're going to put it back on for now and we'll get one and then we'll do that. But inner's done. That's good. That's enough. But what do we say, 10 and 11?
11 and 3/4.
11 and 3/4. So let's start it. That'd be like 11 and a half, 11 and 3/4, right about there. Try there. So, okay, go ahead.
2. Well, no. That's
2. That's 2. That's 2 and 3/4.
Yeah, 3 and
3. Just go to 11. 4, 5. Just go to 11.
7, 8, 9, 10.
11. That's 11 and 3/4. About what it came off, right?
Yep.
Push your thing back in. Push it back through. Push the wheel in. Push it on the rotor. Just push this side. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay. Let's get the nut for that. You got the nut for it?
The one on the bottom?
Yeah.
It's right next to those. Yep.
The back on.
Do we have to tighten the top?
Top. No.
No?
No. We're going to get different torque brakes first. Just spin it up, it'll stop. Just get it on there as much as you can. Get it started. This is set on 18 foot-pounds. Go ahead. Reach under there. What I'm going to do is reach in and I'm going to push down so it doesn't spin. So move your thumb for a second. If this starts, it'll spin this joint. Let me see what you're looking at. Well, let's get you down so we can see. So it'll spin this. We're pushing down on it to hold it down so it doesn't spin. We're going to tighten that up to 18 foot-pounds, and then we'll go 90 degrees. Get it out here now. Just easy. You already hit it. Go ahead. You hear it click?
Yeah.
That's it. 18. That's restart. Now, 90 degrees. 90 degrees in these is not hard. So what we're going to do, you don't need an angle meter. It's not that critical for this. I'm going to mark this 90 degrees this way, and we're going to turn it till the mark comes out here. So I'm going to mark it on this side, over on here, on the nut at 9, and we're going to turn that mark 90 degrees. So you're going to take your that breaker bar. And the 18 gray, the impact socket, it's on the gun. So the marks are over directly this way. We're going to turn it so it's facing out here to get our 90 degrees. So reach all the way in here. So reach this much, as much as you can this way. All right. Now, reach in here. You're making it hard on yourself. Farther you reach out, okay, just turn it, keep going. The mark's right here, it's moving. Okay, adjust, keep going. That's a little more. That's good. That's 90 degrees. So it's just about 90 degrees from where it was. That's all you need to do. We need to tighten this lock nut as well. So we're going to reach back in here. We're going to hold the outer like we did before, and tighten that. These are usually around 60 foot-pounds. Hang on, let me get a hold of it. Okay, go ahead. Lean on it. A little more. Good, that's enough. That's it. We do have to replace this, but we don't have one here, so it's not terrible. It does need to be replaced, so we're going to leave it. We replaced the inner, which was bent. Hard to see, but it was bent. And replaced the torn boot. And that's it. That's it for the inner tie rod and the inner boot. Well, that's it for the 2008 Pontiac G6. We did find that the passenger side outer tie rod is bad, and the inner was bent a little bit. I don't know how that happened. Usually, I know he bumped something in the front. Whether that's when it happened or not, I don't know. But it doesn't matter. We replaced that. Those boots, I have to tell you, I didn't like those inner boots at all. Normally, an inner boot has a little bit of flare on the inside, so when you push that boot onto the rack, that flare doesn't roll in. These boots didn't have that flare. It took longer to get that boot on and get it over because it kept trying to roll inside the rack where you're trying to push it on than anything else in this entire job. It was a real pain. But it's on there. They're very soft boots on this car. Not very stiff at all, which surprised me, but it is what it is. It's done. Like I said, we put boots on both sides because they're both torn up. Inner tie rod on passenger side because it was bent. Not real bad, but I could see it. And we will do an outer once we get it, and we'll shoot that video. But Dustin got to do the vast majority of the work. He enjoyed it immensely, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Find out why stuff costs so much sometimes, because it's a 20-minute job and you spend half an hour messing with a boot trying to get it on. So that's the way it goes. But if you need to do this for your G6 Pontiac 2008, I don't know what the years are, but around that year, and it's pretty much standard for most cars. Putting the boot on the rack is pretty much 99% of cars are going to be exactly the same. I hope it helps you out. If you like the video, subscribe below. Thanks for watching.